Actually, I just said in the last video that I should do a episode ranting about this new guitar that I bought and all the things that are wrong with it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I've never done it. I haven't even looked. I barely looked at this guitar when I bought it because I don't care about those things. But let's do it. Let's do it. Fender Japan. This is, at least in Japan, I don't know if it's the same here because I don't really look at guitar prices that much. This was the cheapest one that wasn't a Squire. I paid, what did I pay? Maybe $1,400, 13 something, tax free. So it was cheap. The American ones were about $2,500, $3,000. I didn't really see many Mexican ones, so I'm not sure where they are in the spectrum. But this is like a second to entry. It's better than the Squires, in their eyes. But let's go through it. These tuners don't feel very good.
Wow.
Fender have lost their mind. String trees are those bent steel ones.
Wow.
Don't care. They might go. Bone nut, that's good, but it is too high and it is sharp corners.
Wow.
It's my job. The fret ends, pretty good.
Wow.
The frets still have finish on them.
Wow.
Fender have lost their mind. There's a little... So some of the maple... I don't know if you can see that. Some of the maple has some streaks.
Wow.
And there's a little mark here,
Wow.
which I don't think you can see either. Where it looks like there's a knot in the wood.
Wow.
Like a little tiny knot, probably smaller than... it's like a little pen mark, which is outrageous to think that Fender would use a piece of wood from a tree that had branches.
Wow.
Unbelievable. It has a walnut stripe to hide the truss rod.
Wow.
What else is wrong? It's only got 3 bolts.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The pickups are way too low.
Wow.
Terrible. These things are not adjusted.
Wow.
Terrible. I should have done this with the strings on, like the factory ones, but I took the neck off to fly with it. So, but they were awful.
Wow.
They were awful. They were sort of rusted, but when I took it off, I saw that the neck at least was made 2023, so a year ago. So the strings probably not that much younger. They're probably a year old. They felt bad. They were 9s. I think they were Diodarios, which only kind of last a couple of weeks, to be honest.
Wow.
Look, there's more knots. There's knots in the body.
Wow.
Where this piece of wood had branches as well. Unbelievable. Actually, the paint's pretty good. I haven't looked at the electronics, but I did take one of the knobs off. And it looks like they're CTS pots, which is kind of interesting for a Japanese thing. Some of these screws are not even.
Wow.
This one's screwed down less
Wow.
than this one. Quality control. Unbelievable. What are they thinking? I paid good money for this. Look, can you tell I get bothered by videos of people whinging about their new guitar that they got? You know? This hasn't played a song in a band since it was a tree. I'm going to address that. Hopefully tomorrow, Arvo. No, next day. Whatever. Whenever I have band practice, I'm going to have this ready. And I'm going to see how much I like it. I think people expect a lot from guitars, and maybe they should. And maybe I'm just being a bit facetious or whatever. But if you're one of those people who picks a look,
Wow.
look, there's a mark in the wood. The wood has grain in it.
Wow.
All of these things that some people are deeming unacceptable. You wouldn't have a guitar. Are they just going to chuck this in the bin because it's got a little knot there? I don't even know if it's not. Yeah, sort of. I don't know. Like, isn't it kind of cool that you just got a guitar? Don't worry about all these little weird things. Like maybe there's probably a bubble or a scratch, something. Maybe. Should I chuck it in the bin? Should I go on a giant rant about quality control? Truth be told, I'm going to dent this. I'm going to possibly drop it one day. I'm going to like hit it on things. Sometimes the frets will pop up. I'll wear them down. I don't really like that there is finish on the neck, and I don't like that it's real glossy, like it's quite sticky. So I'll fix that. I'm complaining about that. Glossy's too glossy.
Wow.
Far out. Anyway, that's my review. That's my negative review on this otherwise excellent guitar. The switch is too clicky.
Wow.
Maybe the taper of the knobs isn't quite right.
Wow.
Unacceptable. Look, I don't know why I'm even doing this. When you buy a guitar, just remember back to when you were 15, or maybe you are 15. It's cool. Don't worry about the other stuff. I'll go watch that video where the guy ties some strings to 2 lawnmowers and makes it sound cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the quality control. Don't get wound up with these weird little things where, oh, maybe the decal. Actually, I can see that the gloss has sunken into the timber.
Wow.
I'm just going to chuck it in the bin. What's the point? What's the point of having a guitar if the gloss is glossy and on wood? I'm going to write an angry letter to Fender. Dear Leo. Anyway, that's my review. Thanks for watching.
2,000 years later.
All right, so it's been a week. I don't know how I'm going to like splice this together, but it has been a week in real time. This is probably the same video that you're watching. I am wearing the same shirt. I'm a sucker for the Big W flannel. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a clarification because I've had this guitar now for a week. And I do like it. Okay. I did some things to it. I, gave it a setup. I deglossed the neck a bit. What else did I do? Some strap locks. That doesn't count. I played it. It sounds pretty good. And I'll continue to think and muse on this, what might need to happen. Maybe nothing. Maybe it's good. Maybe I'll change out some things. Maybe not. But I did want to make sure that it was clear, because sometimes over the internet things get a bit misconstrued. So I wanted to be sure that you knew that the first bit of this video was being, as you say in English, facetious. You know, I had a customer yesterday, and he's brought in some instruments that aren't quite to his needs, which is, to be fair, every customer. So, and I kind of think that this is something that it's been created by marketing, where somebody will testify that this thing is the best or this thing is perfect. And I do not believe that exists. I wouldn't have a job, first of all, if people got exactly what they wanted from the shop off the wall. Okay, that just wouldn't happen. But it also would be a very sad place if we were all quite happy with the average item. So as I got the guitar and I gave it a basic setup just to get it right. And then over time, I'll have a think about how I can make it better for the application. Okay, just to search for this idea of perfection. I'm not sure it exists. And I think anyone who's doing weird videos about little marks on the frets or an uneven fret or a bad setup or a whatever, or a mark in the finish. Have you done a group assignment before? Like, or have you ever made anything before? Like even breakfast? Look, if one day you'll make something perfect and you'll be like, this is perfect, I did it. It's probably not going to be the first time. And then once you do it perfect, it's probably not going to happen again. Some people are very, very good at stuff. But the idea of meeting your perfection, off the wall or from a factory or from a custom build maker that you paid 10 grand to get, we're humans. You want humans involved in making the product, but you don't like the idea that humans made the product and it may have some blemishes or may have some issues that didn't meet your secret, unknown, special, list of requirements. The idea that we're like beholden to this, idea of the ultimate thing, is ludicrous. So I don't know. Just to reiterate, I was joking at the start. I don't actually care about little things to do with an instrument because at the end of the day, it's a tool and you're supposed to be making music about it. And like if you have a guitar that is actually quite good for the context in which you use it, but it's got a little dent in it or, maybe one of the strings goes out of tune a bit or something bugs you. I think that you could spend a bit more money on maybe spend some money on therapy. It's to get the job done. These things shouldn't throw you for a massive loop. Am I saying that Fender do an unreal job? No, absolutely not. None of the big factories, some of the top end of the big factories do a very good job, which I have no complaints about it. But, factory instruments, I've fixed plenty out of the box, with like glaring problems. Does that mean that that's a bad brand? No, I don't think so. I think that just means, things, people are human. To err is hunam, or whatever that hat was. Cut yourself some slack, cut the manufacturers some slack. The idea that I should make, I could make a video like crapping on every guitar in here. Like I'll just make 50 something videos of bad guitars. Will that help? Will that help people make a decision? No, it won't. It'll just add to the garbage on the internet. So what's my advice again? Get the guitar that you think is cool and play it. And if there's something wrong, then come to somebody like me and we'll fix it up. If that person, if you go to your local guitar person and they're like, these things are garbage, turn around, walk out. If that's their attitude, that certain brands or certain makers or whoever is garbage, then maybe they're they're garbage. I don't look. The idea that there's a perfect for all the different people on Earth is such a ludicrous thing that we got ourselves into, and we think that a guitar should never go out of tune because Slash's guitar tech said his guitar never goes out of tune. Slash has got somebody backstage. He's probably got 20 guitars sitting there. He's probably getting fresh strings every day. You gotta watch where the advice comes from. And as a person who fixes guitars every day, I can tell you with pretty good authority, at least 1,000 guitars a year, probably more. I can't think of any that have been perfect. Because mainly that's my job. I mean, that's why there's sick people in the hospital, right? I don't see them if they're perfect, but maybe we've all got to collectively lay off being so harsh about brands and then, or worse, taking an example like this example and going, this guitar is garbage, therefore all Fenders are garbage, or all Japanese guitars are garbage, or all maple necks are garbage, or whatever it is, because you start sounding like a weird racist. That's it. That's my video. Go buy a cool guitar and enjoy it. And if there's something that bugs you, talk to one of us who can probably help you out. It's not like I don't like the idea that a player has to just deal with it. Certain things, maybe. But, why would I exist? Why would my shop exist for as long as it has? If I was just like, that's how it is, buddy, get out of here. I might do that from now on. Shop's closed. That's it. I can go be a gardener or something. Wouldn't that be good? Just mow lawns all day. Anyway, I've got work to do and hoof cleaning videos to watch. Good chat. See you later.
Wow.